This is amazing that the discoveries you've made and the places you've kind of discovered in yourself and delved into yourself through your own processes
Yeah.
are opening so many portals and so many codes to healing humanity.
Yeah.
That's incredible work you're doing, Dwayne.
I love it.
Just incredible.
I'm in the business of, believe it or not, healing God, because that little child in you is God, and it's ignored and it's put on the shelf and it's put away, and we're living this phony life, this this masked expression of ourself, pretending to be socially acceptable
Yeah.
when it doesn't deserve it at all. And we go back to this child, and that child starts to express with the magic and miracles. You see, this is why so many people are struggling with their modality not working, because they're doing it from the left brain, and the client is doing it from the left brain, and the left brain is built to fail. It's a program. But you come over to the right, you come over to this right, playful, childlike innocence. We come back to that, and that part can do this healing because it doesn't belong to that program. So it's a
So
resurrection in a sense.
so basically instead of going through and changing all of the beliefs and trying to rewire all the things that are wrong, you're just going to a place where they don't exist.
Exactly. Because the thing with it is that people are trying to heal over here on the left, all the beliefs and different things and la la la. That's all part of the program.
Yeah, yeah.
Over on the right is programless. It's it's your true nature. And yes, it's way outside the box. But we were trapped in that box. I call it Pandora's box, and they opened up the box and no evil didn't come out, but gods and goddesses got curious and looked in and got sucked into it. And then they closed the top. And there we are, spiraling around in a box. And we think that anything that's outside of the box is magic, but actually it's just a normal if you're outside of the box.
Huh. So that's like a whole different perspective shift.
So that's really the key to a lot of things, is
Yeah,
being able to shift perspectives. And we got tunnel.
amazing.
You know how to hypnotize a chicken?
No, how do I hypnotize a chicken?
You take a chalk line, a chalk line, draw a straight chalk line, and you put its little beak on that chalk line, and it won't take its beak off that chalk line. It's hypnotized. And they did the same thing to human beings. They put them on a chalk line. They said there's only one reality, and here's the chalk line. And they put their beaks on it, and away they went. They don't even look around, look up, or whatever. What I'm saying is that
Wow.
even though there are multiple realities you could have in any given moment, they convinced you there's only one reality, which is not true. You could have five different realities in this one day if you wanted to. Every time you walk your doorway, your threshold, you could step into a different dimension. You can, if you can just let go of your strong beliefs in the past, that your past is your anchor. You see, um, if people let go of the past, and realize that that's not their identity at all, then they're free in the present moment to step through any timeline, anything they want to do. But you see, what we do is we take a hold of that past and we throw it into the future and relive it again
Yeah,
to give us a false sense of security psychologically.
absolutely. Yeah. And the things that we hold on to so tightly,
Hmm.
it takes up energetic space. And I
Yeah,
think when we let go of it all, we are free to be fully present in the present moment.
that's right.
Yeah. I love the feeling of being empty. It's so freeing.
The things that I've learned here, I've learned through my own personal experience, and then I put it to some sort of therapeutic practice, right? But this has its roots in something that happened to me driving down driving down a freeway and a car coming at me and losing its tire and coming straight for me. I heard a voice inside of me that said, suspend your emotion, float, and look straight ahead. So what that means is don't give any power to the reality that's right here, right now. Just float and look straight ahead. I did that, and then I got curious and I looked in my rear view mirror as to what happened because the car never hit me and it was coming straight at me and it never hit me. And I looked in the mirror and there was my car and that car tumbling in the ditch. And I heard the voice again that said, look straight ahead. In that moment, Steph,
Wow.
that I was immortal, that there was an ongoingness to all of us. We're never stopped by anything unless we give it permission. I don't know what would have happened, but all I know is I followed the voice and said, look straight ahead.
That's
So
incredible.
in that moment, I jumped timelines. Boom, that quick. And no, there wasn't any great big, you know, fireworks or, horns going off or anything. It was just boom, right? And I
So
think
you
I think that people do this all the time and don't even know.
Interesting.
A lot of a
Yeah.
lot a lot of my work is about that. People are doing this all the time and just are not aware. They're looking for this great big crescendo when it's already happened. Do you follow me?
You know, that that makes me instantly think of like in some psychological teachings and some healing practices, people talk about avoidance.
Yeah,
And I'm kind of wondering now that like avoidance would have to be a double-edged sword, wouldn't it? Because what are you giving your power and your energy to?
that's where we got to start to think, Steph. What are we giving our power to? So you're absolutely right. So we come from a premise where we've been so hypnotized to limitation for so long, we're fighting the limitation. And there is no limitation. There's only a shift to the right. And when we shift to the right, you're not limited. It was only the left that was limited anyway. There is no limitation. There is no enemy. There's no one against you. All it is diversion. Long, long, long diversions that keep people when they all they have to do is shift state. But over here, you know.
Amazing.